have guest, my good friend Isaiah. Say hello.
Yo, what's up?
What's up? Can I hear? Hold on. I'm gonna go on stream really quick and see if it's recording.
Okay.
I gotta go on YouTube because it should detect my voice.
Alright.
Yeah, it's. Hold on. Say something.
Yo.
Say something.
Yo.
Alright, yeah, there we go. Alright, yeah, there we go. Okay. Alright, we're good. So, this is my good friend Isaiah. Would you like to explain how we met, me and you, Isaiah?
Basically in a way out community, and
Oh,
then we became really good friends.
yeah. Um, right now you're seeing Doom gameplay. I turned it all the way down so I could hear Isaiah. Isaiah, I recommend you do the same thing so you can hear me. And and before the podcast even started, we were thinking of topics, and one of the topics was like stories when we were younger. And um, I have quite a few stories to tell, so this will be interesting. All right, Isaiah, do you want to go first or I go first?
Uh, you should go first, because you're the one directing this whole...
Okay, so hold on. Back in sixth, so okay, so we're gonna start with school stories. So back in sixth grade, um, there was so I was playing basketball with a few friends of mine. One of my friends was named Lucian, and we would call him Lotion from time to time. So Lotion, he would get mad over basketball. Like if he lost or anything, he flipped his shit. Okay, and this one time, this kid he took our basketball, and that's when Lucian lost it. What happened was there's a video of it actually. I don't know. It's not on YouTube or anything, but my friend has it. I'll ask if he still has it. But there's a video of him getting beat up by the kid that took the ball, and and you can see me in the background. I'm default dancing on him, and freaking poor Lucian. Oh my god. Uh, he
I love his
was
name.
Lucian. Yeah,
Lotion.
he has shit kicked in. Hold on.
What's his mom name? Computer? His dad's
So
name?
yeah, so in the clip, you can see me default dancing in the background on Lucian, and um, you also see the fight, and the fight it gets a little intense because they're like throwing punches at each other, and then Lucian begins stomping the other kid, like literally stomping him, and with his with his foot. Yeah, I think he began like bleeding on his head or something. And then, if I remember correctly, what happened was Dominic, which was the kid that stole the ball. So Dominic, he took he picked him up basically and threw him to the ground, and we had choking him out. And that's when we all we got the principal over here and the school security, and the cop was like, sit down, and he freaking put handcuffs on both of the boys. And I just sat there in horror, and the security guard looked at me and he's like, "Do you know what happened?" And I just kept my mouth shut. I never told him what happened. Actually, never. I told them I would be I'll tell them after school, but no, I never have. I never told them. Um, yeah. So that's the fight story. What about you?
Great story, man. I actually have a fight story.
Oh, really? Was it like was it were you the one getting your like
Yeah, I got into the fight.
oh god. Okay.
Obviously, it's a lunchroom fight because that's where most fights happen.
Okay.
Um, so I think it was third or second grade,
Okay.
and it's kind of scarred my life.
Mhm.
Basically, there was this kid get me, kept pushing me out the way. I
All
got
right.
tired of it and I punched him. Then we got into a fight and I like grabbed him. I dropped him to the floor and walked away.
Oh, what a little
And
bitch.
you know what I know happened next?
What happened next?
Something I had to go to the hospital for. So basically, he shoved me. I, I just like ran into a table, and my chin just bust open.
Oh, did you have to go get stitches or something?
Yeah, yeah, I still have the scars here.
Oh my god. How big's the scar?
Yeah,
Like,
it's not that big. But you could see it.
oh jeez. Like, if someone like sees you, they'll be like, "Damn, what have you been through?" To say, I went to Vietnam or something.
I went to Vietnam, bro.
Went to Vietnam, shot a
Flashbacks.
couple of guys in I think it was the jungle. Pretty
Yeah, I
sure.
don't know what ever happened to that kid. I don't know if
Did you
we
get
had
like
sued
did you get
him.
suspended or anything?
I think so. But after that, my dad had to come to me. We were at like after the appointment, we went to like some fast food place so I could eat.
You're like,
I
oh,
had to.
after a
It was
fight,
kind of a
after your
nice day.
stitches, you're like, yeah, I want some McDonald's.
No, I don't think it was McDonald's. I think it was like Dairy Queen or something.
Oh, even better.
Just including the dumb minor details. But it was a eventful day. Let's say that.
Okay. So, all right. So,
You,
do you want
you
to tell
got
another
one more
story?
crazy?
Yeah, and I got tons of stories, but I
I'll
think I
tell
should
I'll
say
tell I'll tell my last one,
right now.
and I
Okay.
think I'll just. Well, okay. So when I was a kid, I was pretty crazy.
All right.
Like when I was a baby, I lived with my grandpa, and I used to slide down stairs,
Oh God, I'm getting
1-story
flashbacks.
stairs,
Okay.
and nothing. I wouldn't be hurt or anything. And then I would run into walls and stuff, and fall off beds, and I
Jesus
still wouldn't be hurt.
Christ. Okay. Like, you were into danger. Like,
I was entertained by that whole thing, like just doing it.
oh
It
my
was pretty
God.
funny
You're
because
into jumping off a cliff.
my mom keeps reminding me of it.
Like, oh God, that's actually a really weird thing to be reminded of. Like, hey, you used to hit your head on the walls on purpose.
Yeah, but I'd laugh about it because it is funny.
It sounds stupid now, but like, how old were you when this happened?
I'm 11.
Wait, at 11 years old? Really?
I'm 11 years old right now.
Right
But
now?
yeah,
Oh,
I
oh,
was like
jeez.
3 or 4 or something like that back then. So that's why I would do such stupid things.
Oh my God. I'm not sure if I should say this on the podcast. I'll tell you later. Um, that, jeez, you're something.
Thanks, man.
Oh,
That's
well,
something
God bless.
you'd never hear.
Um, actually, I have a story to tell. So, oh God, there's so many. Okay, so it's either I can go with the dildo incident, the otherkin story.
Oh, time to get demonetized into it. How about that one?
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
Um,
Tell whatever you want, bro.
alright. I had a good
Just try to
one.
make it as kid friendly as ever. Just try to say pink toy.
Oh, what I'm about to say isn't kid friendly.
How's that?
So, back in, this happened to me about 4 years ago when I think I was 9 at the time. Um, I was 9, and I used to have a neighborhood friend named Tyler. Tyler, he would, yo, Tyler, if you're listening to this, shout out to you, homie. And what me and Tyler and my brother would do is we'll go to the park and stuff, okay? nothing's like special. We just like riding around over there. But on our way to the park one time, this lady came running outside her house screaming, and she was like, "Have you seen my daughter? Have you seen my daughter?" Yeah, it's like some old Filipino lady, and she's like, "Have you seen my daughter?" And what's funny is that Tyler, his brother, went to the park like an hour earlier, and they saw a little girl over there, like by herself. And another thing is that like she described her as wearing like a Hello Kitty shirt at the that day, and pink, not pink pants, I mean blue jeans. And what Tyler's brother saw was a girl with a Hello Kitty shirt um wearing blue jeans. And that's when we're like, oh my god, this girl is missing now. And the cops began. She ends up calling the cops, and it's like, please, my daughter's missing. And I was at the time I was scared, like I was shaking and stuff. I'm like, oh my god, if we mess up, we're screwed. It turns out I was pretty stupid, and yeah.
Actually, I have another story after you're done telling.
That one.
It's
So
it's pretty traumatizing.
traumatizing. This one wasn't that actually no, this one wasn't that traumatizing. It's just that like it sort of stuck with me for a while, and then I got over it.
Okay, so
Wait,
so
oh.
okay, no. Say what you gotta say. Sorry.
Okay, so it turned out that the girl, she never went missing or anything. She was just under her bed the whole time. So we wasted like an entire hour just to like search for this girl until the lady, she went back to the house and checked her room, and she was under the bed sleeping.
Well, that's an awkward way. That's an awkward place to sleep.
Yeah,
Hey, I'm not
but
judging. I sleep with my butt in the air. What? Sometimes, just sometimes, just sometimes. Don't get mad
that's
at me.
yeah, that's weird.
Okay, so I have a traumatizing story.
Okay.
Yes.
Traumatizing.
Yeah. Mom, I think you already know. It's about the girl who got ran over.
Oh god, you have to tell me this. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was kind of traumatizing for me.
You have. Okay, I'm sorry, but
I know, I gotta tell you for the viewers.
oh
I think it was third grade. I was walking home with a friend.
my. Okay.
And we were passing by this apartment complex when we see a little girl on the other side.
Okay.
A car just like comes and hits her.
Like, was the guy driving drunk or anything?
No, it was a woman, and we asked her, "Why are you jumping?
Or drinking
Are
and
you
driving?
driving drunk?" Yeah, and she was sitting there just not even speaking. She got out
So
the car and started to cry though. My friend
that's
went to go
probably her
buy
kid.
her.
It's probably her kid she hit.
No, no, we already knew that wasn't her kid. But my friend went to go buy the girl who got ran over in water, and then like the whole neighborhood came out as soon as he left.
Jeez. Is she dead now? Or is she...
No, I don't think she is dead, but she got sent to the hospital. We all know that. And okay, and then my mom comes pick me up. And then some other day, I think it was my dad who told me that the parents of the daughter were thanking me or something.
You know what? I think your friend and you did a really good act there. Because
Yeah, we were the first ones there anyway.
you saw it. You saw the girl get creamed by a car.
Yeah, and I ran over there as fast as I could.
I remember, speaking of saving people, I remember, like, so in sixth grade, my teacher did this thing called buddies, and what she would make us do is she would make us go to, she'd make us, like, spend, like, 45 minutes with, special needs kids, and, like, just be their buddy. And And one time I was working with this kid, and they didn't tell me that this kid had a history of seizures. And guess what? He had a seizure, and I didn't know what to
Well,
do. And all I did was I was just holding him in my arms, and what I remember was like you have to put something in the mouth so they don't swallow their tongue, and if that happens, then oh God, they can't breathe. So a bunch of other my classmates, they're watching this kid. They're watching this kid have a seizure, and the teacher's getting running over, and they're like, when did this happen? I'm like, just like 5 seconds ago. And it's like, oh, okay. And then I found out later that day that the kid was alright and stuff. So that's a good
okay,
thing.
so that's good.
Yeah. That's the end of that story. Yeah.
I actually do have another story.
Jeez, alright. Let's do this all night. Okay.
I don't think it was traumatizing, but more or less funny.
Okay.
I think it's actually to do with Mexican people. It's not racist in any way. It's just funny.
Okay.
Uh, so okay. So one time, my mom was driving me to kindergarten.
Okay.
Some weird guy at a gas station, some Mexican, came up to the car and started yelling at my mom for no reason.
Oh, this guy's on drugs.
No, like I
I
don't
would
even.
call it.
He looked like a Mexican. That's all he did. I mean, I don't think he was on to it. Just
Like,
you
so
know.
some guy who is not high came up to your mom and began screaming at her in the gas
I
station.
mean,
I mean,
I don't know. I don't even know. You know.
like, were you young at the time?
Yeah, I was young at the time. So
Oh,
basically,
okay.
when the guy started coming up to the car, my mom started fighting him, and she started fighting her. And you know what I did? You know what my mom did? She started throwing pennies at the guy,
Pennies? Like that's
like
gonna do
pennies.
anything? Oh wait,
It was funny, and then she just
wait.
drove off.
Oh, I thought I said pennies. Pennies?
Yeah, pennies, like
Coin?
coins,
Oh. Why would she throw coins?
cause he needs it. Or not even try to be racist, because I'm half Mexican.
Yeah, so am I.
Nice.
Neat.
I don't know. It was just funny to me at the time.
Yeah. It was funny
And I just
too
remember laughing.
because your mom began throwing pennies at a random stranger, and
Yeah. I actually think she did that. She'll tell me another story when she was dropping off our laptops after school was over,
okay.
and she had to throw her drinks to some lady in the car,
Oh my
like,
God.
cause they were yelling at her.
Jeez.
I don't know, cause I
No
was
offense, but I don't
quarantine
think
and
anyone likes your mom.
popping. I don't want to hear old head Flacco anymore. That's kind of annoying.
What is it? Keep in mind, you're live right now, so
Well, mom, you can't say anything offensive. You get him demonetized.
you get,
Yo,
I don't
please.
want to I don't want to lose anything. Okay.
Mom, don't make him lose anything, bro.
I don't
He's
want to
had
lose my
3 podcasts.
I don't want to lose my channel. So
Okay. Alright, give me 1 second.
okay. Oh no, I'm out of ammo. Okay, if you guys are watching the Doom in the background, I'm sorry. I'm out of ammo, and I became so I be I became a baby and just I switched it to Hurt Me Plenty. I know you guys aren't gonna like the fact that I did that, but I'm sorry. I had to switch it to Hurt Me Plenty. I had to. It was too hard on ultra violence. Way too hard. I have no ammo. I'm low on health. I'm gonna die. So um I'm scared of that my brother's gonna make fun of me because I switched it to Hurt Me Plenty. So Oh god, I just died. Anyway. Hold on.
Alright, so Kenshin, your job is to mix every single one of
Hold
those.
on. One
Alright.
sec. Alright, hold on. Oh, 1 second. Mic. Alright, I'm back.
Yo, man.
Yeah, what's up? So, hold on. So,
Can coughing get you demonetized?
no, I don't think it would. Actually, yeah, probably.
Coughing.
Coughing gets me demonetized. So, I have other stories to go off of. Okay. So, I'm gonna go. The next story I have is the dildo incident. This will
Oh,
definitely
no.
get me demonetized. So, at my school, so in middle school, I was super friends, and we'd basically like walk around the whole school and talk and stuff, sort of like this, like a podcast.
But walking in a school.
Walking to school while talking. That'd be the stupidest podcast ever, to be honest. So we're talking, and what happens is that we see this girl. She's getting talked to by the principal, and the principal, what the principal does. Oh, I just died. So the principal does is she's talking to her, and she's like, you know what, you shouldn't do this stuff, okay? You shouldn't call people names. And she's like, whatever. And then as the principal's walking away, the girl, she opens her backpack, pulls out something. We didn't know what it was at the time, but it turned out later to be a dildo. And she pulls a dildo and throws it at the teacher. Not the teacher, the principal.
We're all in there.
And it bounces off the principal. It makes like some, I think, if I remember correctly, it made some sound, like a squeaky sound. So it's like, wiki or something like that. I can't do a high voice right now. So, so everyone began like backing away, and it's like, oh my god, it's a dildo. And what happens next is like the principal, she just casually walks over, picks up the dildo and throws it in the trash. And then the next day on the announcements, the principal, she's like, students, please don't bring anything sexual to school. Oh, speaking of sexual things that you shouldn't bring to school, there was this one incident that happened in 6th grade where some kid, he went into his mom's room, and he took a condom out of her drawer, and hold on. I'm back. So what was I saying? Oh, the condom story. Okay, so what happened was, so this kid went to his mom's drawer and took out a condom and brought it to school. And he ended up opening the condom at school. And this was like one of the I think it was like, okay, I'm not sure if this is true, but it did have a sort of scent in it. I think it was like one of those condoms. So he opens it, and the teacher begins like smelling around. It's like, you know, if you have any scented anything, just throw it in the trash right now, and you wouldn't get in trouble if I find out later or something like that. So she brings the condom out at recess, and he's like, "Look, everyone, I have a condom." And what happens is he goes to the bathroom. He walks out like 10 minutes later, and if I remember correctly, the condom was all wet. I didn't touch it or anything. I saw it from a distance. And he throws it on the playground where the little kids go to play. And
Oh my god.
this kid, these poor kids, like the next day they find the condom, and the principal had to go on the intercom, and she's like, whoever owned the Trojan,
Oh no.
please come to the office immediately. And the kid, it's like, the teacher's like, oh, okay, who brought it to school? And everyone except for me, because I'm an anal snitch. Everyone pointed.
Ain't no snitch, boy.
Everyone pointed to the kid that brought the condom to school. And
Man, poor kid. Should have never been an idiot though.
and what happened was he got expelled. It's crazy.
Pretty crazy.
What? Did you hear what my brother's talking about?
Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about. I can hear him in the distance though.
Okay. Because I'm not sure if the audio's picking that up. Because
I don't want to know what he's talking about.
yeah, me neither. Oh my god. Yeah, so that was the condom story, the dildo story. And I think that's all the stories actually. Do you want to go?
How about no more stories that could get you demonetized?
Oh, I'm not sure about the otherkin story, but we'll see.
Man, I'm trying to think of so many.
How long have I been going?
I actually have a good story. Okay,
Okay.
when I was younger, and when I used to live with my dad a lot.
Okay.
There was this one time I was playing on my Wii U, you know, just chilling, nothing to do on a Saturday. And my dad asked me to go get something in the room, right?
Okay.
I walk to the room, and then as soon as I enter the room, I feel like a sharp pain in my back because I got shot by a BB gun.
Who shot you?
My dad.
Really? Your dad shot you with a BB gun? No, I
At
don't
the
believe this
time-
one bit.
No, he actually did. I swear. He shot me with a BB gun. It was like right on my back, like.
Oh my god. Oh.
And I was
did it
like
hurt?
really, yeah. Of course it's gonna hurt. It hurt a lot. He actually had
speaking of BB guns, my brother, he's been shot by like 6 BB guns or something by his friends, and they all left marks, like big marks.
Oh my god. Yeah, but he had to put some cream on it so it didn't hurt as bad. Oh my god. I still remember that day.
Your dad's a fucking psycho.
Yeah, but it was a joke. He hugged me and stuff.
A joke? Shooting your kid?
He also has this huge assault rifle BB gun.
AR?
Yeah, they are.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, I like it, but I never
Wait,
get to
have
shoot
you
it.
shot it? Have you shot it?
Nah, I have never shot a BB gun before. I don't think I've ever shot a gun, unless a Nerf gun counts. But yeah.
Okay, so this is perfect to go with my story. Next story. So I have a neighbor. His name's Oscar, and I'm actually revealing a lot about.
I have a friend named Oscar.
Oh, cool. So my neighbor Oscar, he's around my age, 13. So what happened was, like, so he owned a BB gun, and it was like some small one, and if you got shot by it, it hurt, but it didn't hurt as much like a really good BB gun would.
Wait, can I ask you a question real quick?
Excuse me. Yeah.
Does this Oscar not have a mom or dad? Just a quick question.
He has a mom and dad.
Okay, cool. I don't
Why?
know. I had an Oscar as a friend who didn't have a mom and dad.
Oh, hey, man. Good. No, I was about to say good on him. That's not good on him. I meant, hey, good luck to him.
Yeah.
I
I
sound like
still
a dick
talk to
now.
him.
I sound like a dick. I sound like a dick now.
Don't. Okay, continue. Sorry.
Okay, so what happened was Oscar, he owned this BB gun. It was like a handgun. And what happened was he shot me with it, and it hurt, but it didn't hurt as like much as the good ones would. So one day I left my garage door open because I was about to leave school, and no one was home at the time. And I was about to leave for school. No one was home at the time, and I went to go grab my lunch, and the second I walk in, Oscar, he's in my house. He has the BB gun. He's like, yo, put your hands up. I'm like, hey, man, dude, I thought we were friends. He's like, damn right. He's like, hell no, or something like that. He has pointed at me. He says something about like, put your hands in the air, get on your knees, and he's like,
Whoa.
and at the time I didn't know it was him because it was he's wearing a mask. So I was like, oh god, I'm dead. And what happened was he would
Sounds like assault.
his friend he brought another friend of mine over named Eric. He's like, yo, no, it's us. I'm like, oh my god, Eric, it's you. And we laugh at it now because it was pretty damn funny.
But I bet it was terrifying for you.
It was terrifying at the time, but but given the proper context, it's funny.
Okay, let's choose a new topic. Weirdest dreams you've ever had.
Weirdest dreams? Oh god. Okay, so
Why did it ask the question?
oh
Ask the
no.
question
Okay,
back.
so this happened 1 year ago, to be exact. I remember the day it happened. So are you familiar with the creepypasta Hypno's Lullaby?
No, but I know in a lot of creepypastas.
Don't.
It's not that one.
This is the stupidest one, and I don't know how it affected me. So what happened was, so Hypno.
Alright, kick,
Oh god.
kick.
So I think it came from a creepypasta called Lavender Town Syndrome, and it was about like the pasta the story was about this glitch not a glitch, but it was like this phenomenon happening in kids where if they heard the Pokemon like theme song to this place called Lavender Town, if they hear it, then it would cause them to commit suicide.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that one. Okay, I didn't realize the name, but now that you told me about it, I remember it. I think I heard about it.
So I was reading the story. I'm like, it's a bunch of hocus pocus, and
Hocus Pocus.
and as I'm reading it, there was a link to another pasta called Hypno's Lullaby, and this is about the Pokemon named Hypno, and basically Hypno, what he does is he hypnotizes children to like make them act like Pokemon or something like that.
Ooh.
It was really weird. I Hey, and apparently the pasta came with a song as well. So I listened to the song, and it had the Lavender Town theme in the background, and it also had like this really creepy voice to it.
It's gonna start siphoning my
And
game
this voice sounded like it came from a pedophile, I swear.
That remark is either too complex or
And
too simple for me. What? What? How? You
what happened?
Oh no, we're talking in the wrong channel for this to happen.
Oh god, my brother. Shut up, Isaac! Jesus. So,
Stop. Alright, no, not doing
oh
it here.
my
No more.
god.
In fact, I think this channel.
Okay, so I need to pause the game really quick. Okay, so I listened to the song,
Scarlet, nice to know you.
and
Get the fuck out of here.
it turned out that like
Alright.
I went to bed that
Oh, it's
night.
just watching you.
I had this
on its
dream
roll.
where
It says-
I,
it freaking says its current status is
oh my
watching
god.
you.
Okay, so I had this dream that night where I was in this tower, or something, and um, I'm walking up the stairs. These stairs to this really tall ass tower, and I look outside. It was pitch black. I'm not talking like it was night. It was almost like as if the tower was the only thing in the world or in the universe, I guess you could say. So, um, so as I'm walking up the stairs, I see Hypno, the Pokemon, but the but Hypno, he didn't look like like the Pokemon you could see today. He looked human. He looked like something you would see out of like SCP, Containment Breach. So so he had like his damn like hypno thing or whatever, and behind Hypno was like five children, and
That took too long. You're supposed to stop.
they looked really pale. They were
Of
pale,
course, they're gonna look ill.
and their eyes they were gouged out. Like their eyes were they were gouged out. They weren't their eyes weren't there. All there was just bloody eye sockets, and this freaked me out. So I began running down the stairs. Then Hypno, he teleported in front of me, and he hold the damn like Hypno thing in front of my face, and that's when I woke up. And I was terrified at the time because I didn't know what just happened. What kind of acid trip was that? So
I think it was warning you that children are becoming furries.
What game?
Hey, if it told me that, I would have just known to pull out my guns.
oh my god. No, no.
I think okay, it's probably the worst but scariest kind of dream. Wait, let me try. Okay, I don't know. I can't remember how it started off, but I think it was like, don't judge me, but it started off like me and the Avengers, right?
Okay. Let me guess. Yeah.
We were all in the
happened.
house.
Okay. Okay.
We were all in the house, and there was a sick lady in the kitchen.
All right.
I don't know what happened, but all of us like had to tap the. We had to tap like a counter,
Mhm.
and then after we tapped the counter, it just went black.
What?
It just went black, like.
Like everything went black after you tapped the counter?
And then I wake up in a living room,
Oh no.
and then I see these just weird animation figures run up to me and kill me, and then I wake up.
Sounds really goddamn cool. The cat. Oh, okay.
I wasn't camping, but I was just like, I had a tent inside my.
That's not that bad to be honest with you, but
I mean, it was scary if you imagine it. Naruto.
damn. So, I do have one more dream story. So, about a year ago as well, and hold on. One sec. So, what happened was, in the dream, hold on. I'm still thinking about it. It's, it happened a long time ago. Hold on. What is that? What doing in the background?
Oh, that's.
Hold on, one second.
Alright.
Hold on. Just background noise. It's fine.
Oh, I have to call it.
Oh. Yo, man, I'm gonna have to stop the broadcast right now.
Alright.
Alright. So, I'll tell a story in another video, but hold on. I need.
All right. Thanks for coming,
wait,
folks.
hold on. I need the. Here, can you do the? Want to do the outro?
All right. Thanks for coming, folks. I actually had fun.
Anything? Anything you want to say?
need to register. I'm gonna keep doing heads until I get heads.
Okay.
What? I swear.
All right, guys.
I have like
I think his YouTube channel will be the same thing, so go sub to him if he makes it, and yeah, have a good day.